If you're over 60 and feel like your home is drowning in stuff, no matter how much you clean, these 20 innocent-looking items scattered throughout your house are the real culprit. You probably touched 3 of them just this morning, without realizing they're multiplying faster than rabbits and creating chaos in every room. What's worse, number 17 on this list is sitting in your kitchen right now, and it's been sabotaging your peace of mind for years. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which everyday items are betraying you, and the simple system that helped 73-year-old Grace transform her overwhelmed home into a sanctuary in just 2 weeks. Welcome back to our channel, where we help you reclaim the life you deserve after 60. I'm here because too many of you are living in homes that feel more like storage units than sanctuaries. And it's not your fault. Today I'm revealing the 20 sneaky household items that multiply when you're not looking and create clutter faster than you can clean it. You'll discover why traditional organizing advice fails seniors. Learn my touch once rule that stops accumulation before it starts, and get the exact 3-step system that helps thousands declutter without the overwhelm. But here's what excites me most. I'm saving the most shocking item for number 20. It's something 89% of seniors have in their bedroom, and when you remove it, everything else becomes easier to manage. Have you noticed certain items seem to reproduce overnight in your home? Drop a comment and let me know which room frustrates you most. Remember to hit that like button if you're ready to stop feeling embarrassed about your clutter and start living in a space that brings you joy instead of stress. Let's dive in. Item 1. Plastic food containers. These sneaky multipliers hide in every kitchen cabinet across America. You start with good intentions, saving that yogurt container because it's perfectly good storage. Fast forward 6 months and you're drowning in 47 mismatched containers with 12 lids that never fit. Here is the brutal truth. Plastic containers warp, stain, and stack poorly, creating cabinet chaos that makes cooking feel overwhelming. The senior-friendly solution: switch to glass containers that nest perfectly and last forever. Sarah from Denver told me she donated 31 plastic containers last month and finally found her missing measuring cups hiding behind them. Pro tip: if you can't close your cabinet door easily, you have too many containers. Keep 6 glass containers maximum, enough for leftovers without the avalanche every time you open a cupboard. Item 2. Coffee mugs. Coffee mugs are, honestly, the ultimate relationship multipliers in your kitchen. Every birthday, holiday, and vacation brings another world's best grandma or souvenir mug that, well, you feel a bit guilty discarding. Meanwhile, you probably drink from the same 2 favorites every single day, don't you? Here is what's really happening. Those 23 mugs crammed in your cabinet are actually stealing space from items you use daily. The emotional attachment feels real, of course, but using just 1 mug doesn't diminish the love behind the gift. The magic number: 1 mug per household member, plus 2 for guests, and that's it. When 72-year-old James from Portland donated 18 mugs, he discovered he suddenly had room for his coffee supplies right where he needed them. Just remember, the person who gave you that mug wants you to have a peaceful, functional kitchen far more than they want you drowning in ceramic guilt. Item 3. Expired coupons. That stuffed drawer of yellowing coupons might feel like a treasure chest of potential savings, but honestly, it's stealing your sanity and your counter space. Every week brings new grocery store flyers, restaurant deals, and pharmacy discounts that just join the graveyard of expired offers you meant to use. Here is the harsh reality. Keeping expired coupons creates decision fatigue every time you see them. Plus, you waste time searching through old ones for current deals. The streamlined solution: 1 small envelope or accordion folder for current coupons only. Set a monthly date to purge expired ones. Treat it just like paying bills. Maria from Tampa saved $200 last year after organizing her coupon system simply because she could actually find and use valid offers instead of drowning in paper chaos. Remember, a coupon that's hard to find is worthless, and expired savings aren't savings at all. Item 4. Duplicate kitchen gadgets. Kitchen gadgets seem to multiply in the dark corners of drawers like mysterious creatures, don't they? You end up with 3 can openers because you couldn't find the working one, 5 whisks hiding in different utensil holders, and 7 measuring cups scattered throughout the kitchen. This all happens gradually. You buy duplicates when you can't locate what you already own, creating a bit of a vicious cycle of accumulation and frustration. The solution requires honesty. Go through every drawer and gather duplicates in one place. Keep the best version of each tool and donate the rest immediately. Carol from Seattle discovered she had 4 pizza cutters and 2 garlic presses she had never even used. After her gadget audit, she found cooking became more enjoyable because she could actually locate tools instantly. Pro tip: designate one drawer for cooking tools and stick to it. When everything has a specific home, you'll never buy duplicates again. Item 5. Recipe clippings. Those magazine recipes you've been saving for someday are creating paper avalanches throughout your kitchen. Every cooking magazine seems to have just one recipe you want to try, so you tear it out and, well, add it to the growing pile by your cookbooks. 6 months later, you have 200 clippings you've never cooked, and you feel a bit guilty throwing them away because they represent good intentions, don't they? Here is the reality check. If you haven't made that honey glazed salmon recipe in 2 years, you probably never will. The digital solution saves space and guilt. Just photograph the recipes you genuinely want to try and store them in your phone. Keep only 5 physical recipes at most, and only ones you've actually tested and love. Janet from Miami digitized 47 recipe clippings and has actually cooked more new dishes since decluttering simply because she can find inspiration quickly instead of sorting through paper chaos. Your cooking should be about joy, not guilt management. Item 6. Old magazines. That growing stack of magazines by your favorite reading chair represents pure hope. Hope that you'll have time to read every article, try every recipe, and learn every organizing tip. But magazines older than 6 months become a sort of psychological weight instead of entertainment. You keep them because, well, throwing away unread information feels wasteful, yet they create visual chaos that makes relaxation almost impossible. Here is the truth. Most magazine content isn't timeless, and digital archives exist for truly important articles. The liberation method: keep the current month only, plus 1 back issue if it contains something you're actively using. When 69-year-old Nancy from Orlando donated 47 magazines, she said her living room finally felt peaceful instead of overwhelming. Remember, information overload prevents action. Fewer magazines means you'll actually read and enjoy what you keep. Your reading time should refresh you, not remind you of all the things you haven't accomplished. Item 7. Outdated electronics manuals. Every drawer in your house probably contains manuals for devices you no longer own or honestly can't even identify. That VCR manual from 1995, the cell phone guide for a flip phone, and instructions for a coffee maker that broke 3 years ago are stealing space from items you actually need. We tend to keep these because throwing away information feels a bit irresponsible, but outdated manuals serve no purpose except creating clutter anxiety. The simple test: if you can't identify the device in 10 seconds, toss the manual immediately. Modern devices rarely need physical manuals anyway. Everything's available online when needed. Kevin from Dallas cleared out 4 drawers of obsolete manuals and found space for items he uses weekly, like flashlights and batteries. Remember, keeping manuals for non-existent devices does not make you prepared. It makes you a curator of useless information. Your storage space is just too valuable for electronics archaeology. Medical paperwork honestly multiplies faster than any other document category because, well, every appointment, test, and prescription generates multiple papers. Insurance summaries, appointment reminders, lab results, and billing statements. They just pile up because we're afraid to throw away anything health-related, aren't we? Here is what's really happening. You're storing outdated information that creates stress every time you see it while struggling to find current documents when needed. The organized approach: keep only the current year for active medical issues. Everything else gets digitized or discarded after confirming tax requirements with your accountant. Ruth from Phoenix reduced her medical paperwork by 80% and says finding current information is now effortless instead of overwhelming. Create one file for each ongoing condition and purge closed issues annually. And remember, your health deserves organized information, not paper avalanches that increase anxiety when you're already dealing with medical concerns. Birthday cards, holiday wishes, and sympathy notes accumulate because they represent love and thoughtfulness from people who matter to you. Throwing them away feels like discarding affection, so you store hundreds in boxes, drawers, and random locations throughout your home. But here's the painful truth. Storing cards you never look at does not honor the sentiment. It creates guilt and clutter that actually diminishes the joy they originally brought. The meaningful solution: photograph cards with special messages, and keep 5 maximum physical cards that truly matter. The love is not stored in the cardboard, but it is in your heart and relationships. When 74-year-old Grace from Seattle donated 89 greeting cards, she kept 3 that made her smile every time she saw them. Those 3 brought more joy than 89 forgotten cards in a dusty box. Remember, decluttering cards does not mean decluttering love. Warranty papers and receipts multiply in junk drawers because we save documentation for every purchase. From major appliances to $3 coffee mugs, the fear of needing proof of purchase creates paper paralysis, where every receipt feels potentially important someday. Meanwhile, you can't find the warranty when your dishwasher actually breaks because it's buried under 200 other warranty papers for items you've already replaced. The strategic approach: keep warranties only for current items over $100. Store them in one designated folder and purge annually when filing taxes. Everything else goes immediately. That receipt for grocery store aspirin is not coming back to save you money. Dan from Chicago cleared 300 warranty papers and kept 12 that actually mattered. His important documents folder went from overwhelming chaos to functional organization overnight. Remember, hoarding every receipt does not make you financially responsible. It makes finding important documents impossible when you actually need them. Item 11. Extra pillows. You know, decorative pillows seem harmless until you realize you're moving them from bed to chair to floor and back again every single day. What started as pretty bedroom accents becomes a daily choreography of pillow management that adds unnecessary work to your routine. Those 6 throw pillows on your bed look magazine perfect, but you remove them every night and arrange them every morning, creating pointless labor in your golden years. Here is the liberating truth. Comfort really does trump decoration after 60. Keep only pillows you actually sleep on or use for back support while reading. When 71-year-old Susan from Austin donated her decorative pillows, she said bedtime became peaceful instead of a pillow-juggling routine. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary for rest, not a staging area for accessories that serve no functional purpose. Remember, your energy is precious. Do not waste it on daily pillow choreography when you could be enjoying activities that actually matter to you. Item 12. Books you'll never reread. Books create the most emotional clutter because each one represents learning, entertainment, or personal growth at some point in your life. That romance novel from 1994, the computer manual for Windows 95, and the diet book you tried briefly all feel like extensions of yourself. But here is the honest question. When did you last reread any of these books? Most books serve their purpose once, and keeping them does not preserve the knowledge or experience they gave you. The freeing approach: keep beloved classics you genuinely reread and reference books you actively use. Everything else can bless someone else's life through donation. Margaret from Boston donated 127 books and kept 23 treasures that still bring joy. She says her bookcases now showcase books she loves, instead of displaying guilt about books she'll never touch again. Item 13. Outdated medication. Prescription bottles accumulate in bathroom cabinets and nightstand drawers, creating both safety hazards and visual chaos that makes finding current medications stressful. Every prescription refill adds another bottle, and we keep empty ones because throwing away medication containers feels medically irresponsible. Meanwhile, you're searching through expired antibiotics from 2019 to find today's blood pressure pills. This is not just clutter. It is dangerous. Expired medications lose effectiveness or become harmful, and confusion between old and new prescriptions creates serious health risks. The safe solution: quarterly medication purges using pharmacy take-back programs that dispose of drugs safely. Keep only current prescriptions in one designated location where you can see them clearly. When 68-year-old Robert from Miami organized his medications, he prevented taking an expired prescription by mistake. Item 14. Clothes that do not fit. Someday clothes, well, they tend to take up valuable closet space while quietly reminding you of body changes that honestly are perfectly normal after 60. Think about those jeans from your 40s, the dress that's almost the right size, and all those clothes you keep just in case you lose a bit of weight. They really do create emotional baggage, all disguised as wardrobe planning. Every time you see these items, they seem to whisper criticism about your current self, instead of, celebrating who you are today. But here's the liberating truth. Your body has earned every change through decades of living, working, and loving. Donate clothes that do not fit your current life and body with pride, not regret. When 73-year-old Claire from Denver cleared her someday clothes, she bought 3 new outfits that made her feel confident and beautiful. Right now, your closet should support your current life, not judge your past choices or future possibilities. Remember, you deserve clothes that celebrate your today self, not clothes that make you feel inadequate. Item 15. Jewelry boxes and small containers. Jewelry boxes, well, they seem to multiply because every jewelry purchase comes with its own little storage solution, creating a sort of Russian doll situation. Containers within containers within containers. Before you know it, you end up with 15 small boxes scattered throughout your bedroom drawers, each holding one forgotten pair of earrings or a bracelet you can't seem to find when you actually want to wear it. This system honestly works against you by making your jewelry invisible and inaccessible. The result, you wear the same 3 pieces every day because, let's face it, finding anything else requires a bit of archaeological excavation. The streamlined solution: one jewelry organizer with compartments where you can see everything at once. Consolidate all those tiny boxes into one functional system that makes getting ready enjoyable instead of frustrating. Linda from Portland discovered jewelry shed, forgotten she even owned when she consolidated 23 small containers into one organized case. Item 16. Cleaning product duplicates. Cleaning products, they really do have a way of multiplying in the dark recesses under kitchen sinks and bathroom cabinets, mostly because you buy duplicates when you can't find what you already own. You might end up with 4 bottles of glass cleaner, 3 toilet bowl cleaners, and 5 different surface sprays scattered throughout your home. This happens because cleaning supplies get shoved into cramped spaces where visibility is, well, nearly impossible, leading to duplicate purchases that waste money and create storage chaos. The organized approach: one cleaning caddy that travels with you from room to room, containing everything you need for daily maintenance. Store backup supplies in one designated location where you can see your inventory at a glance. When 70-year-old David from Seattle organized his cleaning supplies, he discovered $87 worth of duplicate products and created a mobile cleaning system that actually cut his housework time in half. Kitchen counter appliances are, well, space thieves disguised as helpful tools. That bread maker you used twice back in 2019, the juicer from your health kick phase, and the pasta maker that's just collecting dust. These are all claiming valuable real estate in your food preparation zone. Counter space is premium territory in any kitchen, especially for seniors who need clear surfaces for safe meal preparation. Here is the brutal honesty test. If you haven't used an appliance in 6 months, it's not earning its counter space. So, the functional approach: keep only appliances you use weekly on the counters. Everything else should go in cabinets or honestly get donated. When 69-year-old Joyce from Atlanta moved 5 unused appliances to storage, she gained enough counter space to prepare meals comfortably without playing appliance Jenga every time she cooked. Your counter space should support your actual cooking habits, not display equipment for the person you thought you might become. Remember, clear counters make cooking safer and more enjoyable than impressive appliance collections you rarely use. Craft supplies for hobbies you no longer pursue. They create the most guilt-inducing clutter because they represent investments in creativity and self-improvement. Those scrapbooking supplies from your memory-keeping phase, the knitting yarn for projects you never started, and the painting materials from that art class. They all whisper accusations about unfinished dreams. But here's the compassionate truth. Changing interests is normal and healthy, and it means you're still growing and exploring life. Keeping supplies for abandoned hobbies does not preserve your creative spirit. It just creates storage pressure and emotional weight. So, the honoring approach: donate supplies to schools, community centers, or crafting friends who will use them. Now, when 72-year-old Helen from Portland donated her scrapbooking supplies to a local senior center, she felt relief instead of loss because her materials were creating joy instead of gathering dust. Remember, honoring past interests means making room for current passions, not maintaining museums of might-have-beens. Gift bags. They seem to multiply because we save every attractive bag we have received, thinking we will reuse them for future presents. Meanwhile, wrapping paper rolls, ribbon scraps, and tissue paper create storage chaos that makes gift-giving stressful instead of joyful. You end up with 47 gift bags in various sizes, but can never find the right one when you need it, leading to last-minute store runs for supplies you know you own somewhere. The organized gifting approach. Keep 5 gift bags maximum in neutral colors that work for any occasion, plus basic wrapping essentials in one designated container. When 68-year-old Carol from Phoenix purged her gift supplies, she went from 2 storage bins of chaos to one organized basket that made gift-giving effortless. Your gift presentation should spread joy, not create storage stress that makes generosity feel burdensome. Remember, the thought and love behind your gifts matter infinitely more than perfect color, coordinated wrapping that honestly nobody keeps anyway. Item 20. Extra blankets, the bedroom betrayer. Here is the shocking truth that changes everything. Those 6 blankets, stacked in your bedroom closet, that you never use but keep for guests, are creating the clutter cascade that makes organizing everything else impossible. Extra blankets seem innocent, but they are the gateway clutter that proves you can accommodate anything just in case. When your linen closet overflows with unused blankets, you can't fit towels properly. Sheets get wrinkled from cramming, and finding what you need becomes frustrating. This overflow effect spreads throughout your home. If you can't say no to extra blankets, you can't say no to extra anything. The liberation is immediate. Keep 2 guest blankets maximum, donate the rest, and watch your entire storage system improve overnight. When 75-year-old Virginia from Miami donated 8 unused blankets, her linen closet became functional. Her bedroom felt peaceful, and organizing other areas became natural because she had broken the just-in-case mindset. This single change transforms your relationship with stuff from accommodation to intention. Let me share what happened to 73-year-old Grace from Sacramento 6 months ago. She called me in tears. "I'm drowning in my own home," she said. "I clean all day, but nothing stays organized. My grandchildren do not want to visit because there's nowhere to sit comfortably." Grace's house looked normal to visitors, but every closet, drawer, and cabinet was stuffed with these exact 20 items we just discussed. She had 31 coffee mugs, 3 bread makers, and enough blankets to supply a small hotel. Here is what changed everything. We did not focus on organizing. We focused on recognizing the multiplication patterns. Grace learned to spot when items were accumulating and stop the cycle before it started. The transformation was remarkable. Within 2 weeks, she had donated 127 items from these 20 categories, freed up 40% more storage space, reduced daily tidying time from 90 minutes to 15 minutes, and created a guest room that's actually usable. But the real magic happened in her mindset. "I finally understand that less isn't about deprivation," Grace told me. "It's about making room for what actually matters." Last month, her granddaughter spent the entire weekend at Grace's house for the first time in 3 years. "Grandma," she said, "your house feels so peaceful now." That's the power of recognizing clutter multipliers before they take over your life. You're not failing at organizing. You've just been fighting the wrong battle. Your home should serve you, not overwhelm you. These 20 items do not define your worth, your memories, or your preparedness. They are just things, and things should make life easier, not harder. If this opened your eyes to the clutter multipliers hiding in your home, smash that like button and share this with someone who needs to hear it today. Your support helps us reach more seniors who are struggling with overwhelm. Drop a comment telling me which of these 20 items surprised you most. I love hearing your aha moments and often feature viewer stories in future videos. Do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell, because next week I'm sharing the emotional reason why we really hold on to clutter, and it's not what you think. Until next time, remember your space should support the life you want to live today, not the life you live.